what was told me by so many of my students is, you have no idea the difference this country has made to us. The Europeans have been there for centuries, and what have they done? What have they left behind? The Chinese have already surpassed all the infrastructure that the Europeans left in Africa. Long ago, they told me. I mean, I didn't really know, Sandra, to be honest. I never knew all those details. And that's why I told you, even in the presentation I made in 2016, I told you honestly, I was educated by my African students. And the reason they told me they wanted me to present it was, they told me simply, we want the world to know actually our own experiences and our own thinking. They don't take Black people seriously. They don't take Africans seriously. So we are using you as
let's talk about that. And let's talk about why Africa is not taken seriously, right? And for me, from my perspective, I think that an obvious one is the fact that we're not united. When you have 54, 55 individual countries coming to a negotiation table, right, as opposed to one voice represented at the table, I mean, there's a big difference in how you're received and how you're responded to, right? And so I want to go back to what you said about the importance of negotiation. Africa, negotiating with China based on its own interest. From your view, is Africa currently negotiating from a place of strength when it does negotiate? And if not, what opportunity does this moment, or not opportunity, but what does this moment demand from Africa to ensure that it can negotiate from a place of strength and really take advantage of this moment that we're in, this multipolar world where Africa has become central to the strategy for every nation, for Africa to ensure that it actually takes advantage of this opportunity to grow and develop?
I think you've actually hit the nail on the head in this sense, Sandra, that there needs to be a coordinated strategy. And it's a Pan-African strategy. Now, that should not interfere with individual countries doing things that are beneficial for them. However, there's one fundamental thing which we have learned actually from China: the importance of integrated infrastructure projects. Just imagine if one can, within a certain limited time frame, establish a Pan-African rail system, a Pan-African energy system. Well, here's the thing. Supposing I'm thinking as a Chinese, I'm thinking, if we can help Africa build that, think of the benefits for us commercially.
Right.
It would make such a huge difference. And that's where I would say, come with a proposal. Maybe you have a bank like